I've done a lot of Terraria weapon reviews now, 76 to be exact. So today, I'm going to be showing you 10 of the absolute best weapon choices which can make parts of your playthrough an absolute breeze. Now, as this list includes such a wide range of weapons, the placements are in no particular order and have been selected for how valuable they are for when you can obtain them. Alright then, let's jump into the list. In the number 10 spot we have the Bannarang. Despite the ridiculous premise of this weapon, its performance is unironically good, and might even be the best early hard mode melee weapon in the game. The Bannarang functions like any boomerang, but fires 10 projectiles instead of the usual 1. Also, as these projectiles pierce on return, it's able to take out the destroyer with ease, and also deals more than enough DPS to take out the other two mech bosses no problem. And in the number 9 spot we have the Life Drain. The Life Drain is one of these weapons that I just can't believe hasn't been nerfed yet. In short, the Life Drain is a magic weapon which allows the user to deal a hefty amount of damage to enemies near the Kessus position. It can be obtained from Crimson Mimics right after entering Hard Mode 2. The only catch with this weapon is that its boss performance is subpar, but for everything in between, the Life Drain is an absolute beast. In the number 8 spot we have the Death Sickle. The Death Sickle for me lands in the category of absolute cheese. Its ability to pierce through tiles basically makes it the ultimate event farm weapon, letting you stay out of complete danger while still being able to mow through enemies. And better still, the lingering of the projectiles means it's able to take out fast-moving bosses extremely well, making it one of the best melee options to use against Plantera. In the number 7 spot we have the Piranha Gun. Out of all the biome chest weapons, you probably didn't expect this one to be on the list, but after using it for a while, I have to say for how easy it is to use, its damage is just unmatched. I mean, this destroys lines of enemies unlike any weapon I've ever used, and can also take down bosses at a ridiculous rate. If you haven't used this weapon, I'd highly recommend giving it a go. In the number 6 spot we have the Flareon. Now, I have to admit, this one's a little biased as it is my favourite weapon in the game. However, the Flairon is still technically the most powerful melee weapon for a good chunk of hard mode, assuming you take out Duke Fishron before you're supposed to. Back in 1.2, when the game ended at Golem, this thing was debatably the best weapon in the game and has even been buffed since, so it'll be able to take you even further now. In the number 5 spot, we have an absolute classic, the Uzi. This was one of the first weapons I ever reviewed, and my point still stands. If you're able to obtain this thing quickly after entering hard mode, you're in for one of the easiest ranger playthroughs of your life, as this thing can easily carry you to Golem. The Uzi for me has always trumped the Mega Shark, but has never got the same attention due to being difficult to obtain from the jungle. But with a bit of determination, I promise it won't let you down. In the number 4 spot we have the Bat Scepter. Out of all the homing weapons in Terraria, the Bat Scepter has to be the most satisfying to use. It's pretty much a final upgrade to the Wasp Gun, improving in nearly every area, dealing with large quantities of enemies in enclosed spaces incredibly well. It can also deal some ludicrous damage to bosses, thanks to the way all the bats group up and deal one massive hit all at once. In the number 3 spot we have the Coin Gun. Now this is an interesting one, as for the average player, the Coin Gun is an absolute scam. However, for someone taking their time in a playthrough with the right setup, the Coin Gun can deal damage similar to that of the Zenith, due to the way higher value coins deal more damage. By using platinum coins, which I managed to get dealing over 600 damage, you're able to take out the cultist in about 5 seconds, and who wouldn't want that? In the number 2 spot we have the Spirit Flame. For you early hard mode mages looking for a boss weapon to go with your life drain, look no further than the Spirit Flame. The performance of the Spirit Flame is definitely far above for when you can obtain it, being able to take out pretty much anything you throw at it. Of course though, great power comes at great cost, and farming the materials for this thing can be an absolute nightmare. But if you've got the time, the Spirit Flame is an excellent choice. And in the number 1 spot we have the Sand Gun. I was debating whether this should make the list or not, and figured if you ignore the fact it ruins the look of your world, the Sand Gun is statistically completely broken, and has to be the only pre-boss weapon in the game that can carry you to hard mode. The funniest part is, it's not even hard to obtain, and so your decision is determined by how much you want to keep your world sand-free. So there we have it, 10 of the absolute best weapons in all of Terraria. I want to end this video by giving a massive thank you for you all making this series as successful as it's been. I mean, it's truly mind-blowing that was once a one-off Terraria video turned into something much bigger. And so for 2023 and beyond, these types of videos won't be going anywhere. However, as we approach 100k, I feel like now is the time to go the extra mile with the channel. Therefore, I have some exciting content planned in the coming months, which I ensure will prioritize quality over quantity and will take the channel to the next level. So as usual, a massive thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.